this last weekend was one for the ages as far as NBA news goes. My Phoenix Suns, in my opinion, got richer and made a no-brainer decision I believe every other NBA team would have made if they were in the same position. Hit the like button and tell me in the comments if you think Chris Paul is going to be on the move after being traded to the Wizards. In my last video, I speculated the 3 most likely spots for Chris Paul. I was suspecting pessimistically that he would return to Phoenix. I mentioned that I was ready for him to go. I just didn't think anyone would be willing to bite on his enormous contract at his age and with his history of injury, especially come playoff time. But thank God I was wrong. Now Chris Paul finds himself with an open-ended future. But I think things are looking very clearly to be between 2 teams. The Miami Heat have been linked to Chris Paul because it's arguable that they might be better off with him than the luscious Kyle Lowry. Also, obviously, Miami is amazing and has no state tax and a real immediate opportunity to chase a title. But to me, they're just nothing more than a dark horse candidate. I mean, are we gonna sit here and act like Chris Paul doesn't already live in Los Angeles, like his kids aren't already there waiting for him? And let's be honest, it would make things a little bit easier for him to keep sneaking around with Kim Kardashian, allegedly. You know, that perfect performance he put up against the Clippers 2 seasons ago in the playoffs to close them out. It was such a good reminder of the rich history he had with the Clippers. Lil Wayne in the audience and all. It was emotional for him to move on to the NBA Finals for the first time by slaying his former team in LA. You can just tell there's a lot of history there. A lot of love left for Chris Paul. The Clippers have gone back-to-back point guards now, trying to revive once dead careers. First it was John Wall, which was just an abject failure. I really thought he would have something left in the tank. He played okay for the Rockets, and they really just decided to sit him so that they could play their younger players more. And let's be honest, they were tanking. But I thought playing alongside Paul George and Kawhi Leonard was a no-brainer and a great opportunity for him to revitalize his career.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
Then halfway through the season, a much maligned Russell Westbrook was traded from the Lakers to the Jazz and then cut for the Clippers to bring him in. And at this point, obviously, Westbrook's name had been trashed and his legacy seemed to be honestly tarnished forever until that series against the Suns. He swarmed Kevin Durant like an annoying mosquito, and he really ruined his flow for the beginning of that series. In fact, he played so well that had Kawhi stayed healthy, it might have been scary hours for the Suns. I can see Chris Paul reuniting with the Clippers, no question. But I think now more than ever, the Lakers have to be the front runners. And it seems destined if you think about it. Obviously, Laker fans would have much preferred getting Chris Paul years ago when Kobe was still there, RIP. But he still has value. I talked about it the last video. He can spell LeBron when he's healthy, and he can run the offense about to the same level. Can't score like LeBron, but that could give AD more opportunities to score. And I think they'll still have Reeves. I'm just saying Chris Paul could really help that roster. Will he remain healthy through the playoffs? More than likely, no. I've long believed that the only time God and the devil have worked together was when they got together to combine a curse on Chris Paul in the playoffs. But unlike Monty Williams and the Suns, the Lakers seem to have a firm grasp of the importance of resting their older players. I know haters will say the Lakers can't go anywhere with these 3 players, but I think there's something to be said for increasing your odds of having more players available, especially players you can go to in the clutch. If AD goes down, it's gonna be bad, but I think it would be slightly less bad if you have Chris Paul there to help stabilize the offense. If LeBron goes out and Paul happens to be healthy at the time, the Lakers might be able to get out of an entire series, giving LeBron time to come back from injury, like let's say a nagging sprained ankle. Anyways, Lakers are definitely my favorite to sign Chris Paul. I think it's the best fit, considering the Clippers shouldn't have any reason to believe that Kawhi's ever going to be healthier than he was in the beginning of that series versus the Suns. It just seems like an omen of bad things to come. And combine that with his friendship with LeBron James, it seems like a no-brainer. Thanks for hanging out, hit that like, and I will see you next time.